Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Millionaire Mindset Mondays. We're here every Monday night at 6 p.m. EST. I'm Jan Carmanico Reeves, your host, and I'm on a mission to make real estate investing fun, easy, and profitable. So every week we have wonderful guests with us. Tonight we have Mario Lamarre, who we just spent a week together. Well, not too long ago at the amazing Summit at Sea. So, welcome, Mario. Thanks for being here. And please tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Thank you, Jen, for having me. It's a privilege to be on your show tonight. Um, well, listen, my journey is there's a lot of things happening. So for people who don't know me, I am a real estate investor. I also through my journey of networking, I'm a big networking guy, and I came across different people and created some different projects, such as the Summit at Sea, where you attended last February, and that's a conference that takes place on a cruise ship. So I got this project going on. I have a podcast as well, the Five Questions podcast, where I interview real estate or business professionals to get their insights on how they became successful in their journey. And just recently decided to launch Investor Edge Academy, which is launching June 10 officially. That's going to be to basically transfer my skills to other real estate investors who maybe are having difficulty. So it's going to be about branding, how to brand yourself to attract attention as a real estate investor, how to network effectively when you go to networking events. And I partnered with a mindset coach because mindset is very important in real estate, and also AI, how to use AI to grow faster as a real estate investor. So that's a little bit my journey of the
Yeah,
things I'm
yeah,
dabbing myself in.
exciting stuff going on. So, let's start with talking about partnerships. How did because I know there was some partnership involved in Summit at Sea. So tell us how that came about.
Absolutely. For people who don't know, putting on a conference, it doesn't just happen over a weekend. It takes a lot of work. It actually took us a year and a half to put it together, close to 2 years. But talking about partnership is I was taking a cruise. I do a lot of cruises for my leisure time with my now fiance. You
Yes,
were there to
got engaged on the cruise. That was so exciting.
So I was just on a cruise and I met a guy there. His name is Alex. And basically we started talking and he says, "Oh, what do you do?" And he organizes group cruises. And then I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." And he asked me what I did, and I was a real estate investor and, really trying to build a portfolio and building my real estate business. And continued discussing, and he's a broker also in California, a real estate broker. And discussing together, we're like, well, we should do a real estate cruise. Like, you organize groups, I know tons of people, and if we put it together, we can make it happen. So, back and forth with ideas, and over the next few months after we came back home, we ended up putting a plan together, a business plan, and we started implementing it. And I couldn't do it without him, and on his side, he couldn't do it without me for the connections.
Right.
So uh, being in a partnership where we complement each other was crucial. And just to align it with real estate, this is what a lot of people, most people, when you see somebody take off in real estate much faster than others, they're most probably not doing it alone. There's always a team behind either them, individuals, or working together. And this is the power of partnerships.
Absolutely. And that's why I've been talking about them because that's yeah, teamwork is the dream work, right? That's how you can really scale. You can't do it alone. You really
You can do
can't.
it three, four times, small single family homes. After that, you're you're
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, you have to partner with somebody, right? To do bigger projects. And yeah, and I'm I think I already talked to you about I've got something coming up that I'm going to announce shortly a new partnership, and I'm pretty excited about that too. But that's what we do as investors is yeah, create partnerships. And I must say the cruise was amazing. All the little extras, the robe and the champagne and all the
Well, listen, first of all, two things. We want it's a new product, right? It's not really been seen in the real estate world, a conference on a cruise ship. Reason why we decided to do this is mostly for the networking because we can, we're both part of Well Genius. They have great coaches. They teach you, especially with Alfonso, how to invest in multifamily, how to raise capital, and all these strategies. But after that, you need to connect with the people. And the normal events that we attend usually are very fast paced or doesn't they don't last long, like 2 days, 3 days max. And it's very difficult to build relationships. It takes time.
yes.
So we wanted to fast forward that. And when you're together for a full week, not 24/7, but
Oh,
15
yeah,
hours a
yeah,
day,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
doing activities, learning together, sharing some fun moments. The atmosphere is how do you say
Really
it in
make
English?
connections.
You make
Really,
connections and you become friends, you
yes,
know?
yes.
It cuts the time of those building relationships in like probably 10 times.
Agreed. Agreed.
And so we wanted to build that product, and also for the people who assisted for the first year and the second year, we're planning the next ones in February 14, 2026. We want to make the experience something at another level that people don't get on land. So that's why we do the champagne and the robes and the different
Chocolate covered
touches.
strawberries and yeah, it was lovely. Yeah.
So we want people to enjoy it and to feel like they'll never get that somewhere else, and they'll keep coming back. Actually, I was very surprised, very happily surprised. um 40 out of 60, we were 60 people the first year, the last event. 40 out of 60 re-registered for next year.
Amazing.
So that's incredible.
I highly recommend. It was an amazing event. Yeah, it was. And the networking, the education, everything was top notch.
And we're really trying to, as we grow, our goal is to, well, if I say it out loud, I'm gonna have to keep pushing for it, to double the size of the group each year for the next 5 to 7 years, because our ultimate goal is to charter a full ship, maybe like maybe a smaller one than the one we were on, but uh,
Yeah.
maybe like a 1,500 to 2,000 people.
That'd
And
be
if we
amazing.
double the group size every year, if people talk to whoever their friends, and invite people, it's
Hmm.
very possible.
Hmm. Amazing.
So yeah, so we really put a lot of efforts and try to build that experience that investors don't get nowhere else.
Yeah, it was a great event. I highly recommend that next year the ABC Islands, 8 days.
8 days next year. We added one day, and a little bit different concept next year. This year we add like full conference days, and we ask some feedback, and we listen to the feedback, and some people want to have more time to explore the ship and have activities. So next year we have one full conference days, the first day, and then the other C days, it's only from 10 to 1. And then in the afternoon, that's where we're going to do our networking, our activities. We're adding team building activities. so people learn how to communicate and trust each other. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It sounds great. It sounds great. Can't wait to hear all about it. So, the next thing you're doing now, and you've partnered with somebody with this as well, is the Investor Edge Academy,
Yeah.
which, yeah, so tell us about that. That sounds like something every investor needs to be involved in.
Investor Edge Academy, the idea came where I wanted to use my strengths, which are I'm very good with branding and networking. That's what I'm known for. Um, and if you look at a room of investors when they go to conferences or meetups, very often it's always the same people that stands out, that gets the attention. You see them on Facebook or Instagram, and they always have a deal or going on, and it's always the same people that stands out. And there's reasons for that. There's, they have a good branding, either personal or business. They know how to network efficiently. And I wanted to create a program because a lot of investors, either they're starting, they're new, so they need that, or maybe they've been doing it for a while, but they're stuck at a certain level. And so I decided to put that program, which is going to cover not how to invest in real estate. There's enough good programs out there, but how to brand yourself. How do you stand out in a room of 10, 20 investors? Who gets the attention? Is it you or someone else? Um, how do you network? What kind of tools do you use to follow with your new contacts? Because that's also important. You want to be remembered for the guy who never reaches out to his new contacts, or the one that you keep hearing,
Yeah,
over and over. You return phone calls
big
or
top of
emails.
mind. Yeah, yeah.
So these are all things that we cover in the Investor Edge Academy, but this is my strong point. But I wanted to offer more as value for the Investor Edge Academy program. So I partnered with a mindset coach because everybody needs a strong mindset to overcome the hurdles that we're going to have in real estate. And as much as me, there is some hurdles.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
There's always something.
Oh yeah.
and and um and then I talking about partnerships, and you never know where you meet people. On my podcast, I interviewed someone that specializes with AI technology and how specifically for real estate investors. And I talked about my what I was doing, and I said it would be really good if we add your portion of what you do within the program. And she liked the idea, and we ended up coming to an agreement. So we added AI for real estate investors, how to find deals faster, how to analyze deals faster, how to raise capital. She has a bunch of tools, different tools with AI that you can really grow faster. So having those four kind of like modules, or branding, networking, mindset, and AI together in a package, there's nothing like this out there in a box right now for the real estate space together. You can get them probably separately, and you're going to pay a lot more money, or you can get them in one place at the Investor Edge Academy. So I'm super excited to launch it. It's going to launch June 10. So really excited for that. There's going to be three packages you can purchase. The do it yourself, which is the video collection. And we have some tools, some scripts, and some checklists and things that you're going to be able to download. There's going to be the next level group coaching. So maybe you don't feel like you can do it alone. But you don't want maybe the one-on-one program. So you go into group coaching. So we're gonna have calls every 2 weeks and learn together, and we're gonna have experts come in once in a while to talk about specifics of the subjects that we're touching on with branding, networking, AI, and mindset. So, and
Nice.
then there's going to be the one-on-one program where you really, and holding, and we're there to support you and help you create your brand with you. And so that's going to be really fun.
Wow, that sounds like a great tool for investors. You've covered all the bases of really important things because it's not just about finding and analyzing deals, right? It's if you really want to succeed, you have to have a strong brand. You have to stand out in a room.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we talk about it in the program. If you just bring to the table deals, most probably people are not even going to look at your deals, because even if they're amazing, super good return on investments, but they don't know who you are,
Exactly.
how can they trust you? How can they lend you your money? But if you show up always online and you show what you're doing, and you get involved and you go to these networking events, and do the Zoom calls, and get to really nitty gritty with the people, you'll have no problem raising money for your deals.
Absolutely. I'm going to be speaking about that at Expand actually on the main stage about
There you go.
yeah, showing
You're
up and how important it is and how you do stand out in a crowd. So yeah, it's a must-have skill set for investors that want to succeed.
you know, I'm gonna say this. Branding is not what most people think. Branding is not, you create, I see it, the pillow on your chair behind you. You have a nice logo. This is this is one very minimal part of
Hmm.
the branding. But your branding is also you. What people say about you when you're not in the room, that is part of your branding.
Hmm.
What are you known for? Are you the flip and fix and flip guy? Are you the multifamily guy? You need to be known for something, and stick out, because people want to work with professionals. They want to work with winners, and winners, they're known for certain things. It's very rare that you see at the Olympic the same athlete, uh, you know, compete in all the different categories.
Yeah, right,
He's he's
right.
he's a specialist in one category,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Now, it doesn't mean in real estate you can't dab or you can't have different projects, but you got to have a branding on something,
yes,
a main focus.
absolutely agree. So June 10th is the big launch.
We're
That's
gonna have an event in Vancouver. We're creating a community. We're gonna start it in Vancouver because that's where I'm based. We're also gonna create it online on Facebook, a Facebook group where people can actually network and will, engage in that way. Hopefully, we're gonna expand to other cities. This group, the Rise Network, real investors, um, strategic edge. That's the letters for Rise. And we're gonna be in Richmond, Vancouver on June 10 at the Nook. We're gonna create very shortly the Facebook event for everybody who wants to attend, where we're gonna talk about a little bit of branding, the mindset, and then we're gonna do some networking, but with intention. So it's not going to be a game, but we're going to give you a task. And these are the types of events that we're going to do, because we're used to going to events where it's just, okay, well, shake hands and, network.
yeah,
But some people, they need more than this. They need to be surrounded and maybe guided on how to do it properly. And this is what we're going to do at our events. We're going to give you the framework, and then you go practice in the room. So it's going to be a little bit different.
yeah, yeah. That's like hands-on practicing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very fun. But like on the cruise, I love um that each night one person hosted and there was an activity to do that really helped, with interaction to
Well,
talk to everybody, right?
yeah, exactly. So, as human beings, if we need to be told what to do in a certain with a dose, like a certain dose, you know. You don't want to be like too rigid, but if you give the framework to someone, it's gonna the chances of being successful or to achieve a better result is going to be much more higher. And this is why on the cruise we decided to do these activities. Each of our partners that we add, or sponsors, add a night where they were responsible to bring something to the table, like force people to interact each other through a game, through questions. A lot of people like Billy's card game, one of the night. Uh, you know,
What was, go deeper. Go, yeah.
go deeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Found a lot of things about people. Yeah.
a lot of things, but you know what? A lot of barriers that most people have went down.
Absolutely.
And we have like a private group for people who attended, and they're still chatting in that group.
Yeah.
You know, like the relationships that you build will last.
Absolutely.
You become friends. Maybe you're not going to become friends with every single person, but I guarantee you, you're going to become friends with at least a few people.
Absolutely. You really connect with, yeah, yeah, a few. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great game. That was,
It was a lot of fun. And then, you know, there's the other activities where, you know, either we go on a beach or certain investors had or knew of people who had properties and did tours
absolutely.
of real estate in other countries.
Yeah.
How often are you going to do that?
Exactly. Exactly. That was amazing. Yeah. On just on your day. Oh, today we're going to be in this country, tomorrow in this country. And then I very much enjoyed the yoga and meditation on the beach. So that was,
Well,
you know,
yeah, so that's going to be back. They're coming back, so that's going to be on the next one again. So,
yeah, there's a little bit of everything. It was mindset and yeah, networking.
absolutely.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So that's super exciting. I'm assuming you're going to talk about Investor Edge Academy at the
Well,
conference.
the at Expand, I'm actually going to talk about the summit at sea.
Mm.
Oops, my camera is inverse. I went.
Oh, yeah.
um, I'm going to talk about the summit at sea, but only towards the end. I'm focusing on networking on my speech,
Okay.
and I'm trying to show and teach people, well, not really teach, but share my values about networking to people that want to go to the next level.
Hmm.
The summit at sea is only a tool that they can participate to go to the next level.
Right.
But before the summit at sea, people need to understand
How to
how
go.
you get there
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
why you need it.
And what you do when you're at Summit at Sea.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So it's not a sales pitch. It's informational.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, there's an offer to come on the summit at sea, but even if people don't come, whatever they're gonna hear about networking is probably gonna make them reflect, oh, yeah, maybe I should start doing this or that, you know, if I want to evolve in my real estate game.
Very good. Very good. And again, it's all about partnerships, right? You draw on other people's strengths, you come together and collaborate and that's how you scale.
And I'm gonna say something else if we have time. The the partnerships, a lot of people think, oh, partnerships. Okay, so I need a JV. In a JV, I'm either the money partner or the working partner.
Yeah.
But think outside the box.
Mm.
Partnerships
Absolutely.
can be anything. You
Hmm.
can get involved with other people. Like it's not just, oh, money partner or active partner.
Hmm.
There's so many more tasks in a partnership, and whatever your strength is, offer it to people. You never know where it's going to lead you.
Absolutely. Could be the contractor, could be the underwriter, could be the qualifier, could be like a million things,
Yeah.
really, right? Yeah. Yeah. The property management team.
I'm going just to let you know. I mean, we don't have an agreement, but I'm going early before expand to shoot some content for social media with some investors
Mhm.
because if we because we have to make sure that we're a good team, so we're going to try it out. But if we are a good team, maybe we partner together, and I take care of the social media and the promotion to attract eyes on us, attract investors, attract money partners.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
So you never know what type of partnerships you can offer. Don't be shy. Use your strengths. That becomes part of your branding. Use your strengths, put it out there, and maybe someone will be willing to work with you or attracted to work with you because they don't have that strength.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like capital raising, that's another key component that maybe you're not good at, or maybe you want to get better at. And maybe that's
Yeah,
why you need to join Investor Edge Academy, right? To brand yourself. Yeah, there's so many ways you can build partnerships in real estate deals. It's incredible.
yeah. And especially as the bigger the deals, the more people need to be involved because if it's a duplex, okay, you can probably manage it with one or two people. But if it's 100 doors, 200 doors, let me tell you, there's a lot more things to consider.
Absolutely. Yep. And there can be many partners. And maybe you're going to start on smaller partnerships, with
Yeah,
somebody and realize that you really work well together. And
yeah,
then, bigger projects, bring somebody else in. Yeah, it just keeps building, right?
absolutely.
Get to those bigger projects. And you can't do it without other people.
It's listen, I found it the hard way. I'm a very competitive guy. With I like to be, I was doing sales in my younger years, and I was always a top performer. And then I started my business in construction, and I got some bigger contracts, and so I always performed well. But when I started in real estate, I was like, oh, I started being part of a community. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna show them I can do the big deals right away. And then I was like, oh, there was this guy that was always getting deals and I wasn't. And it's because he was doing it with other people. And I was trying to do it alone.
Yeah,
And I only had a certain amount of money to work with. And that's all I could have access to. And raising capital, if you're starting, it's sometimes not that easy. So I was not being successful the way I wanted until I started partnerships. That's where my life really changed. Maybe not at first where with the real estate per se, but all the projects that I'm managing right now, whether it's the Summit at Sea or my podcast or my the Investor Edge Academy, I have partners. I could have not taken on all those projects in a matter of a few years alone. It's too much.
absolutely. Absolutely. And it's your team. Maybe they're not a partner, but your team players are so important too. Like maybe
Yeah.
your bookkeeper, your accountant, your lawyer, your realtor, all those people are key components that you can't do everything alone. That's why you have.
And don't sit on your team. That's one thing that one of my coach told me one time. Well, he told a story to our group, and he said he had a property manager for many years, and one day the property manager said, "Well, I'm retiring. I'm done. Starting, I don't know, next month or whatever it was." And then what do you do? You have a portfolio, and then the guy you've been using for 10 years is done. a month or two later. But it didn't really, of course, it affected him, but he didn't cry over it because he had some others lined up in
Yeah.
case of those situation come up, right? So if you have a mortgage broker or a lender or property manager, whatever it is, still
You always
continue
talk to other
networking.
ones.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Continue to network. You'll always need, yeah, somebody in your back pocket, right? Like I'm continuously looking for um yeah, um service providers and
yeah,
because you don't know what,
absolutely.
yeah.
That's the way to go.
Yeah, well, that's great. I'm really excited to see you next week, and yeah, I can't wait to see how Investor Edge Academy unfolds. That's very exciting, and I think, yeah, for anybody really, not necessarily even people who are new, but people who are stuck at a certain level, right? People who want to get to the next level. That those are all key components.
I would say, if you find that you don't stand out enough in a room, and this is all no ego here. We really have to self analyze ourselves with
Mhm.
and leave our ego aside because this is not about ego and being flashy. It's about the results we want to achieve. If you find that you're not standing out in a room enough to what you could be, then Investor Edge Academy is for you because we're going to help you tweak the things that maybe you don't have perfected yet. We're going to first analyze what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're going to, be able to tweak so you can go to the next step on the ladder and stand out from the people, because the ultimate goal is when you walk in a room, either people know you or people want to talk to you or will remember you when you leave. That's the ultimate goal.
Absolutely.
The deals will come after.
Absolutely. I agree because if people don't see your face all the time, um d- they don't know what you stand for, they don't know what your branding is, they don't know what you do. How can you attract them to come to you? Um
It's funny where we look at social media, and the top performers, you know, given they have bigger budgets to place ads and stuff, but they also release more content than others. We see them all the time.
mhm.
Like them or not, we see them all the time. Grant Cardone, Pace Morty, Dan Martell, all those guys that are always in our face on social media. Well, there's a reason. It's because they're putting content, they're making themselves known to others. Well,
And
they
you know
get,
what they do, right?
and we know what they do.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
branding. Every real estate investor needs branding, whether it's personal or a business brand, depending on where you're at in your journey, you need some type of branding, right? And that's why we remember them, because they're in our face all the time. Well, guess what? If they need money for a project, this is going to be no problem. Everybody knows them. It's the same with you, or with, not you, but you as an investor. We need to be in people's face, not to flash, but to make it easier for us when we do have a project, that you're not sweating your for, and trying to find the partners or the money partners. It comes to you.
absolutely. That's again part of what I'm going to talk about because I 100% agree. People need to know what you do,
Yeah,
right? And you're creating a track record.
yeah.
So, the longer you're doing this and people can go back and watch your videos, see your posts, see, projects that you've done, all those kind of things. Like those are all very important steps of creating that legacy of what you've done so people can get to know you.
I'm going to tell you, I'm known for my networking, and I can go in a room across Canada, and a few people at least will know me who I am if I go in a conference, right? It's not to sound pretentious. It's just that's the way it is because of the efforts I made with the networking. Well, the summit at sea, there's no way I would have got that many amount of speakers to commit to leave for a week to be on a ship others if they didn't know who I was and what I was doing. There's
Absolutely.
no way.
Hmm.
So we need whatever the project is. Yes, now we're talking real estate if you need to raise funds, but for me it was creating a platform
Hmm.
so people can go networking together in a different way.
Hmm.
If they did not see me constantly or being part of those networking events and showing my face, there's no way I would have got those speakers.
Hmm.
So it's very important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And I think, yeah, you are known as the networking guy, right? The cruise guy. The yeah. Yeah. You bring people together and
Yeah.
show how it's done. Very,
Well, hey,
very good.
I'm looking forward to see you too. We have some speech, so we'll have some fun. We'll have some fun in moderation, but I'm looking forward to see you because we don't see each other enough.
Yeah, well, we live too far away from each
I
other.
know.
Thank goodness for Zoom, right? But and cruises and
Yeah.
expand conferences. But yeah, thank you. That's wonderful. Any last minute tips that you want to leave the listeners with?
Uh, you know, I think we said a lot, but basically, uh, put yourself out there. Don't be afraid. And networking is very important, and most people underestimate the power of networking. So bring that to higher on the list,
Mm.
and then reach out to people that are doing it in maybe a more successful way than you are. Reach out to them to get their tricks. Don't be afraid because that's how you learn. The same with real estate. You need to network with mentors, with people that are doing it better than you, longer than you, to learn from them.
Absolutely.
So don't be shy.
So, Investor Edge Academy is launching June 10th.
June 10, yeah. As you can see behind me, I'm still filming some content.
Yes,
we're
yes.
almost we're almost done with the videos. We're putting the collection together, and the website is coming together in the background. So June 10 is going to be launched. We're going to launch it at our live event in person. I mean, in Vancouver, June 10 at the Nook. There's going to be a Facebook event and on Eventbrite, I believe too, so people can register and attend in person, and that's it's going to be the start of hopefully something that lasts for a very long time.
Yes, absolutely. And best way for people to reach out to you to learn more about that?
Yeah, well, I can they can right now because the website is not up yet. They can send me a message privately, and
Hmm.
I'll send them either on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll send them a link to the calendar for Investor Edge Academy, and if they want to talk about it and see
Yeah,
what kind of products we will offer, or
yeah.
uh,
And if it,
I offered some spots to early bird people or beta testers that wanted to start working with me before the launch. Um, I probably could take one or two more if people want to get the program at a big discount, 60% discount. Um, so just reach out to me. If not, well, we'll see you June 10.
exciting. That is so exciting. Something to watch for if you want to scale your real estate business. Those are incredible things to add. Mindset, AI. AI is amazing. Like
Yeah.
really need to know. Yeah, like I whipped together a PowerPoint presentation on AI, like
I
incredible.
I use AI a lot in my daily tasks, and let me tell you, I don't. I think I don't even know how to put a number on it, but I could not achieve the amount of things that I achieve in a day if I wasn't using AI. So for people who are scared or don't know,
Yeah.
uh, start learning, start informing yourself
Incredible.
because it's a game changer.
Incredible. Even I put in the other day, like in the Windsor area, handymen. I'm looking for some more handymen and cleaners and give me ratings on them. And they send you links and phone numbers and like another thing I said to my daughter was making me crazy. I said, I don't know how to keep the squirrels out of these bird feeders. I last year I bought rubber snakes, I bought owls, like fake owl, tried everything. And they get in there, they scare the birds away and they empty the whole thing in like a day. And it makes me insane. She's like, "Mom, put it in AI." I'm like, "Oh yeah." So
So here's a trick that I've learned. If the way you're asking AI is not giving you the answer maybe that you're looking for, you
mhm.
know what you can do is ask AI what would be the best prompt to get this result.
Ah,
And AI is actually going to write to you for you the prompt that you should tell AI for
yeah,
the result that you want, and then it's going to come out perfect.
yeah. That
So so you can even cheat the system on asking how to do it.
It's amazing, totally
Yeah,
amazing. And it gets to know you too, right? Like I'll
yeah,
be asking questions about for my newsletter or something. And then they'll say, "Oh, did you want that specifically, for Windsor?" Yeah, I do actually. You know, you
oh
know,
yeah.
yeah,
It remembers the your thread feed and your
mm,
past questions. It's really amazing, and
it's
that's why
amazing.
the people you see really taking off, they're using not only Chat GPT, but they're using other types of AI in their business
Yeah,
to grow faster and be more effective. You know, so
yeah,
it's just by sending emails. I used even for my podcast, I put it in my backend program now that now if somebody registers on my podcast, it sends emails that you before I used to send manually and having to keep track of. Oh, okay, I sent this guy this email, this person this email.
yeah,
Now it does it automatically with timelines, and if he didn't do this, then it sends an email, and
yeah.
it's
It's
just
amazing.
amazing.
It is amazing. Yeah, you really have to take advantage of technology
Yeah,
to um, for time savers.
yeah.
Like it's really amazing what you can do. So yeah, learning about AI specifically for real estate investing is an amazing piece of your investor edge academy. That's amazing.
Well, I'm not the professional, but I found someone who was, so I partnered, you know?
Exactly, exactly. And that's the power of partnerships, right?
Yeah,
And now you can offer this amazing academy by bringing in other professionals and it's off the charts. Like,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's amazing. That's very, very, very cool. Okay, well, we're gonna wrap up. So thank you very much, Mario. I know your Investor Edge Academy will do wonderful things. You'll grow like crazy and Summit at Sea. I can't wait to see when the whole ship is
Oh,
take.
me too. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and you put that out to the universe, you double it, double it, double it, right? So
Yeah,
that very, very cool. So thank you for joining us tonight and sharing how the power of partnerships really can help you scale in real estate investing and and how education as well, uh,
yeah.
branding yourself is really a
Well,
key
first,
component.
I'd like to say thank you for having me, Jan, because it's always nice to talk to you. And thank you for having that platform that you can offer people to, show what they have to offer and whether in real estate or other topics, but you do a really good job. So thank you for
Thank
having me.
you. Thank you. I just love talking to people and
Yeah,
getting ideas about, how things can work and yeah, and being able to share with the listeners what's available out there.
that's part of the a tip in networking. I don't want to restart the whole subject, but
Yeah, yeah.
always bring value first. Don't go network with people and ask, oh, I got this project, you got money? No, they show the value. Show yourself as a valuable person to have on a team. Then things will come to you. You'll see.
Absolutely. You make yourself a magnet,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Very good. Great tip. Great wrap up tip. So again, thank you so much for joining in tonight. And we'll see you all on the next video.